Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Akil and welcome to the final review for the week. I know I said I would have watched this movie yesterday, but as it turns out, I saw this morning and I'm doing a review for you guys here, Saturday afternoon here in Australia. This is for the Trial of the Chicago 7. This movie just came out on Netflix. It actually had a limited release in theaters. I don't know if it's still playing, but anyway, let me know in the comments down below, guys, if you actually got to see this movie in theaters. If not, what did you think of this movie? Because boy, oh boy, this movie was fantastic. Alright, so you guys probably already know how this is going to go. To start with, for my pre-rating score, I'm going to say that The Trial of the Chicago 7 was a great movie. Sorkin, you did it. You made one hell of a film. I have not seen your directorial debut. Now I'm even more curious to see how Molly's Game turned out. This is the third film I've seen Sorkin write the screenplay for, and it was great. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. It was a great movie, guys. Alright, now let's talk about the story. The story of this movie is that it takes place in the 1960s, and 7 people are put on trial, and along the way they realize that it's not easy being on trial. You have all these different characters. They have multiple different personalities. Sometimes they clash, sometimes they aren't really the best of friends with each other, but overall, it's about 7 people put on trial, and Mark Rylance is on one side, who's with these guys, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt is on the other side against these guys. And it's really these two sides clashing heads, battling back and forth and all that, as well as showing what happened during the time period and the brutality of the situation and how they deal with it all. I wouldn't say this movie is like hard R rating. It just R because of the language, because of some bloody images. But in the show, it's rated MA15+. So, parents, keep that in mind. But it's mainly rated R in America just because of the language, and that's all I'll say. So that's really the story without spoiling too much. Now, let's talk about the positives, because my word, was this a damn good movie. I love this movie, guys. I'm serious. It was that good. So for positives, first up is the directing. I love the directing. It was great. Sorkin, you did it. Aaron Sorkin is a genius. Like I said, now I'm even more curious and interested on how you made Molly's Game, which is your first feature film, which I believe came out end of 2017, correct me if I'm wrong. But this movie, man, was just so well directed. I could say the editing was great and all that, but in just the first 7 minutes alone, I felt like, wow, they're doing it very fast and all that. I don't know if that's counted as editing, but directing-wise, this movie was filmed so well. And, of course, cinematography is great as well. But in terms of what I really, really liked and what really stood out to me, the directing was great. Next up, the screenplay. This is probably the best screenplay I've seen this entire year. I wouldn't not be surprised if this movie gets nominated for best screenplay at the Oscars, or original screenplay, or adapted screenplay, whatever it is. I think it's original, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. The screenplay was great. It's my favorite screenplay I've seen this year. And now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, Akil, how do you can't just say that because you haven't really seen a lot of movies. No, guys, I know I'm very young. I'm only 20, by the way, if you wanted to know. But still, it doesn't matter. I still understand how screenplays work. Like Dark Phoenix last year, you can see the writing was bad, but also the acting. This one, the screenplay, really sticks out because of the snappy dialogue, and it felt so realistic, the writing. Even when I watched The Wire, which, funny enough, John Dorman, who's in The Wire, is actually in this movie as well, feels realistic, but this is not like The Wire at all. This has a different tone completely. It has this heartwarming, uplifting feel at times. It has this comedic, humorous vibe to it, but Sorkin, man, just did a great job writing the screenplay. And finally, for positives, I have to say that the acting overall was great. Mark Rylance, Eddie Redmayne, Jeremy Strong, Alex Rubin, I believe, Michael Keaton, Frank Langella, I believe, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Yaha Abdul Mateen II, I believe, yeah? He was great as well. Everyone in this movie was great, but particularly the main people put on trial. Of course, Sacha Baron Cohen, how could I forget as well? He's great as well, but really, everyone in this movie is phenomenal. And the acting, I would not be surprised also if someone gets nominated and even wins in this movie, supporting actor or best actor. Mark Rylance has a chance, I think, getting nominated for supporting actor, if not best actor, because it's really hard to see who's the lead character, as Austin Burt pointed out. But I think it could be either Sacha Baron Cohen or Mark Rylance, maybe. We'll see how it goes. Now, for negatives, the only thing I did not like about this movie was that it was a tad bit slow. It was just a tiny bit slow, I'm not gonna lie. Even towards the middle part of the movie, when it slows down and all that, it just like, Okay, but whenever they show like something involving the police, whenever they're on trial, even when they're not on trial, like when they're discussing what to do in the next couple of days and all that, it's still very riveting and very investing, I should say. So overall, that's the only thing I did not like about this movie, was that it was just a tad bit slow. Apart from that, I love this movie. This movie is great. It's hands down my second favorite movie of the year. Tenet is still my favorite. Not just because that's a novel movie, but because of the subject matter, and I enjoyed that movie overall more. This movie, technically speaking, is probably my favorite in terms of writing, in terms of directing, and in terms of acting this year. Onward is now at third place. Sorry, Onward. Sorry. But anyway, I love this movie. Final score, 9 out of 10. This is a damn good movie. I highly recommend you guys check it out. The Trial of the Chicago 7 is amazing. Please check it out on Netflix. Netflix, you're doing it. You're really doing it. Looking forward to checking out Mank when it comes on December 4th, and whenever the hell Midnight Sky comes out on Netflix as well. Directed by George Clooney and also starring George Clooney as well. A space sci-fi drama. Anyway guys, that is it. Next week I'm going to be doing Scream on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I have no idea how I'm going to do it, but I'll figure it out. Until then, don't forget to like this video, comment down below, tell me what are your thoughts on this movie. Have you seen it? Have you not? If not, is this your favorite film of the year? What are the Oscars do you think you'll take home and possibly win? But anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. My name's Akil, otherwise known as the Comic Director, and I'm signing out.